Hello, friends, and greetings for the day. Welcome back to another live session on this Saturday at 8 p.m. Every weekend, every Saturday, we connect together to talk about your queries and listen to your questions, and of course, respond to all of them before we leave for the day. And of course, again, this is a Saturday, and I'm here back again to listen to your questions and respond back to them and assist you well in your preparation to pass the examination smoothly and flawlessly. And that's where we bring to you this initiative where I take some of my time from my busy schedule over the weekend and try to assist as many viewers as possible in terms of getting their doubts clarified, getting their answers to their several questions, and make sure that they have a good understanding and good support from my channel in order to get preparation done and help them assist to pass the examination without any kind of confusions and misconceptions and many other things related to that. So that's where I'm back again, and I would like to welcome everyone. Those will be joining us soon, and of course, this episode is visible to many others offline as well after the live session ends. So would love to answer any questions related to the comment box as well in this live session. So yes, team, go ahead, welcome aboard, and would like to take up the questions one after the other in order to respond to all of you. And make sure that you make most out of this opportunity when I'm here with you live on a call. Drop me your question, no matter what your concern can be. It could be related to ISTQB certifications, be it foundation, advanced, or specialist, or even if you are having a question related to testing, talking about your career in testing, trying to switch between one particular profile to another profile. How about manual and automation? Make sure that you ask your question here, and I'm here to respond to all your queries. So, looking forward to the response from the participants and viewers here on the live session. If you have any questions, just do not hesitate and drop it here below, and I'm here to respond to all your queries. All right, so another quick announcement at the beginning of the session. Meanwhile, we get some questions from our viewers that, as usual, the next month I'll be conducting another public session on ISTQB Foundation, and I'm yet to decide, but probably the dates will be somewhere at the end of the month, that is 27 and 28 of this February. So if anyone is interested, they can look forward to that. I'll be making a short announcement on that as well, probably the next week, so that you have enough time to decide and enroll yourself to the certification. So yes, team, we will be coming back again, but I'm engaged on the previous weekends due to the commitments and other trainings. So we will be having somewhere at the end of the month. So make sure that if in case you could not get the opportunity to join the session last time, and if you're looking forward to be a part of it, make sure that you just enroll yourself and get all the details. When you talk about this training, it is of course beyond the videos which you have online, and you're going to get everything in a dual communication interface, like a mutual interaction where you can also ask your question live and get a live answer to that. So we will be making use of an online conferencing software to communicate for the training, and of course you will have a live interface and of course detailed understanding beyond the videos and more sample questions to talk about. So a lot of people have got already benefited with this training every month. So if in case you are one among them who want to understand better than the videos for your preparation of the certification, make sure that you just drop me a quick request on that and I'll enroll you, and definitely I will be helping you to prepare well for your examination. Okay, so there's a very first thing coming from Prince. Prince, can you start tutorial on EW board, that is Engineer Workflow Portal Tutorials? Prince, I'm not exactly sure that what exactly that stands for. Let me just quickly check because I'm not sure of that word, engineering workflow. So what does it basically contains? Prince, if you can tell me more about that, because I see a lot of suggestions coming on for engineering workflow on Google. So if you can be slightly helpful here, because I'm not sure if that has anything to do with our concepts in testing, or it is completely a different domain, because I might have worked on it, but not exactly sure what it refers to. So if we call that, because I see a lot of other things, it's like engineering workflow management, and probably have to get a deeper dive into that to understand better. So if in case you have any quick suggestions to tell me what it basically stands for, because there are a lot of things. If I say engineering workflow, it can be anything. And engineering is a wide domain, as you understand. It could be from electronics, it could be from mechanical, or computer science, or many other things, hardware, software as well. So if there's anything specific, please let me know, and of course I would love to do that if in case I have a good grip on that, because I generally don't create tutorials for something which I'm not aware of, because a lot of people look forward to me as an inspiration and information sharing kind of tool. So I would definitely share only the information which I'm confident about, so that I can answer any questions. So it's just not about uploading certain tutorials which just to get some views and likes on YouTube. I do it out of my passion and to share my knowledge with rest of the world. So I might have to explore it, Prince. So maybe if in case I'll have any kind of inputs on this, I'll get back to you and definitely let you know that if this engineering workflow comes under my coat and to help you, of course I'll do that. Thank you so much for your suggestion, Prince. Looking forward to work on this and see what exactly it has got. If there's anything specific, you are free to drop me that text, and I would further elaborate on this to see what I can do the best for you. Yes. So yes, team. If in case anyone has any more questions, just keep dropping by, and we are here for an hour's time between 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Indian Standard Time, and I will be exclusively answering your questions, nothing else. Just make sure that you put across all your questions, what you may have, in order to get answered, get resolutions to, and I would definitely be more than happy to respond to all those questions. All right. Meanwhile, let me just take up some of the questions from the comment box. Number one, there was a viewer, Gayatri, stating some of the program-based questions. So I was just like a little confused, because she mentioned at the end of the question that she got this question in the examination. Okay, she got this question in the examination, and that was a programming based question to derive number of test cases, or how many statement coverage or branch coverage is needed for 100% coverage. So I was not sure exactly, because that is no longer, and probably other 99% people have not reported me. They have clearly mentioned that this type of question do not appear in the examination anymore. So Gayatri, I was not sure if you have been through which board and what exactly happened to that. So these questions are no longer expected in the examination, and I'm not sure how you got this exam. Probably you were appearing for advanced level and you got this exam and you have posted it on foundation level. So please, these are certain things which viewers go wrong with. Probably they appear for advanced level certification. They plan for it, but while posting the comment, they post it on a foundation level. Because don't forget, statement coverage is there in foundation level as well, and in advanced level technical test analyst. So if in case you do a little bit wrong in posting the comment on a different video, of course I get misleaded. So try to correct myself or yourself, that if that was really associated with the foundation level, because 99% of the people have reported me saying that there are no programming based questions appearing in the examination any longer. So I don't think that's in the syllabus. So as per my information and confirmation from our viewers, we do not have programming based question in the foundation level of statement coverage and decision coverage. If there's anything else, so please help me, because we depend heavily on you, because I cannot write examination every month to see what's the status update. Okay. And you are the one who are the viewers who are appearing for the examinations, and you do have a lot of questions coming with you, and you definitely come back and share with me. Okay, Prince says, I saw your tutorial on Jira, but need Jira with Kanban board. Can you please explore it in testing in a nutshell? Oh yeah, sure, Prince. If that is what you were relating it to, I would definitely be covering, because I actually run in advance. All my tutorials are, at least 1 or 2 weeks in ahead. So I post them on different basis, but of course, tutorials are already in advance, because most of the time I'll be busy with my job. So I won't have enough time to record any tutorials. So I will definitely consider this request. It is part of my schedule. We will be uploading that in the upcoming days. So don't worry, that will be covered. That how do you configure Kanban board in Jira? So that I will definitely be covering. Please stay tuned because I have a schedule to follow, and you will have this video very soon. Thank you so much for your suggestion, Prince. I definitely appreciate that. And if you have any other questions, please feel free to drop them below. Kishore says, very good evening. So, very good evening, Kishore. How are you doing? Should you have any questions, just let me know. I'm here to answer your questions. Okay, so there's another person going with the question from Olu. Olu is another viewer, probably I think he's from Africa or South America. So hello, thanks for this. Please, what's the main difference between basis path and statement testing? Okay, so Olu, basically when you come to automation and the statement coverage, decision coverage, and you have these techniques which are applied on the programming level interface. So when it comes to these kind of things, so we have different techniques to apply. For example, statement testing covers only the statements, and decision coverage goes with the decision outcomes. Now, statement can be referred to a condition like if A is greater than B. So now this is one of my statement. But at this statement, there are two decisions are made. Now, two decisions are, if it is true, what should I do? If it is false, what should I do? Now, if I go with both the things to measure that both the decisions were tested, I call it as decision coverage. But if I only talk about the statement, irrespective of which path I follow or which decision I follow, if I try to cover the statement, I call it as statement coverage. Now, you have asked me the question that what's the difference between statement coverage and basis path coverage. Now, here the concept is that statement coverage is specific and exclusive to the statements used in the program. But when it comes to the basis path testing or path testing, it is the number of possible paths, because of course you may have control flow, you may have the loops like for, do, while, and all. In that case, the basis path which will be followed by a user generally is what we test. Because of course, if I have a loop which is for condition like for 1 less than equal to 20, then I have 20 possibilities to test, right? Because 20 numbers are possible and 20 times the test can be executed in different values. So I don't have to test 20 things, or probably I don't have to just limit myself to only one test. So that is what you call it as basis path testing. That means basic path testing, where you just test one particular main path which the user will be trying generally. And of course, there are other options, and you have other techniques to cover all of the possibility, like cyclomatic complexity. Cyclomatic complexity can be very useful in that case, which we do not have in our syllabus. But of course, in that case, you will infinitely continue in the loop in order to exit outside. And that's where you go with the all possible executions. So I think now you got the difference. Basis path testing is the basic path which generally the user will follow, or generally the path which will be executed in the program when a user works on this, except the conditions or exceptions. That is what you call it as basis path testing. And statement testing is all about measuring the different statements in order to measure that. Okay, so that's the main difference, Olu. I think I have answered your question there. Okay, meanwhile, Prince says, yeah, thanks a lot. Of course, you're welcome, Prince. I'm definitely here to assist everyone. And, no matter what your question can be, and I try to be as responsive as possible. Okay, there's another person asking me, Monica, is there any book I should follow along with these videos? Please suggest. That is for technical test analyst. I'm not sure if we have any, specific good recommended book for preparing on the advanced level, except the Rex Black. So Rex Black is one among the best authors renowned for ISTQB certifications, and in fact, he's also a member of the board. So he knows a lot of things about the syllabus and the context behind writing the syllabus. So that's only one book which you can refer, Monica, and it's written by Rex Black. So you can refer that, and you can find it on the Amazon, and you can purchase that to get better assistance for your preparation to pass the examination. Okay, I'll be just responding this on the chat as well. So if you have anything specific, please let me know beyond that. So I'm just making a note of the timestamp because I will be responding on your comments with that. Yes, my friend. So if you have any other things to be asked here, please make use of it because I don't see much people online today. I'm not sure that's not an occasion or there's no festival going on. So if in case there are no much people, as usual, we will call off the session at 30 minutes because if we don't see anyone having any queries or any doubts and clarification, probably there's no point continuing the session for a longer duration. So if in case we have people asking the questions, I would definitely continue the session for an hour and respond to all the queries. So let me just wait for some more questions. Of course, meanwhile, we got a lot of responses on the passing the examination. So I would like to congratulate all the viewers who have responded to me stating that they have passed their examination this week. And thank you so much for sharing the valuable feedback and recommendations on the content to all our viewers. And of course, appreciating my work. So I'm really thankful to all of you because without your reviews, without your recommendations, people don't find it worth that how exactly the content is doing. And of course, there is a lot of time which people will be investing. So people highly depend on your reviews and your comments and recommendations. So please do share your feedback on the channel by commenting on any of the videos to share your experience with the content so that many others can refer in order to prepare well for their examination. Okay, there's another question from Prince. From your perspective, which role is better in today's generation, automation or manual as a tester? I think from my past experience, Prince, I would recommend automation because automation is something which requires a lot of exposure and extensive knowledge about the tool, and things are changing. Look around you and you understand that everything is trying to be, getting automated. Like we are trying to reduce that human intervention because hiring a lot of people and doing that manually is, of course, tedious and it's time consuming, at the same time error prone. But of course, at the same time, I'm not saying that automation is completely error free, but it is 99% precise and accurate. So and it does depend on the manual efforts of preparing the code or preparing the script or preparing the control flow which is executed in the automation. So it does require manual intervention, but not for execution. Execution takes a lot of time, and of course, logging the result manually, capturing the outcomes manually, that is what takes a quite long thing. So I would recommend you to be an automation tester in today's era because manual is kind of completely extincting. But of course, it will have a scope, but not to that extent what you will have as a rewarding career in automation. So if you are looking forward to be an automation tester, please go ahead blindly. There's no other second thought to discuss about it. If in case you are already automation tester, please try to explore the new tools or different automation softwares to see what you can do better in your career. Okay, so that's what my recommendation will be because manual are slightly paid less compared to an automation tester as well. And in that also, if you're a functional automation tester, compared to a performance automation tester, a performance automation tester is paid more. So the more critical skill set you have, the more better you will have rewards paid back to you. So that's where automation plays a vital role. So you can definitely look forward to be a good, or I can say the best automation tester in yourself. Okay. All right. So yes, looking forward for more questions to be answered. We are here for some time and would love to answer your questions. If in case your question is related to the certification, examination, or any other query you might have related to testing, do let me know. I'm here to respond to your queries and answer them well. Okay, there was another user saying that I have taken the exam in Canada and passed it with 80% score, and that's really great. I'm getting a lot of responses from different countries, and things are really going good. So I would like to recommend this content, and of course, I keep looking for the suggestions from all of you so that I can improvise any certain things which might be required to be improved at any point of time. So I'm working on several other things behind the screen, which will be available publicly soon. So it's just that I'm working on the sample papers and the online portal to share with all of you so that you can take practice sets and mock exams before appearing for the final examination. So I'm just trying to set it up and help you all to prepare well for your examination with proper justification and responses. So just give me some time. You will be having a quick update probably sometime from now, and you will have good resources to explore in order to prepare well. Yes, friends, if you have any more questions, please feel free to drop them here now. And I'm here to assist you in order to help you by answering your queries and questions so that you have everything answered before you hit your exams. Or it can be also related to testing or any other aspect of testing which you would like to discuss with me. And definitely would love to support you and assist you as much as possible so that you can find it more interesting to work on these kind of concepts. Yes, team, if you have any questions, just feel free to drop because I got a lot of comments, but I have already responded to them. It's just that few of the comments which remain unanswered. I thought of answering them during the live sessions. So rest all is up to date, and I have responded to them. So there are no questions from the comment box as well, because I try to be as responsive as possible. And still, if I could not answer some of the questions, I try to pick them up during the live session and respond to them, and then share the video link and the timestamp to all those viewers to get their responses specifically. So uh, I'm just here to answer your questions, nothing specific, nothing much. So if in case you have any suggestions to make this live stream more interesting, more contributing, or more resourceful, please open up and share your suggestions as well, because I would love to have your inputs to make it more beneficial to all of you, so that it can be, when we invest some time here, then of course it should be beneficial to each and everyone when they dedicate some of their time here. So yes, team, just in case you have any questions, any suggestions, any feedback about making the channel better, making this live session more resourceful, just make use of this opportunity and drop me a feedback. Even after the live session, if you're listening to this video, then please drop me a comment and let me know what is your suggestion to make this more interactive or more resourceful to all of you. Okay, and generally the agenda and objective of this live session is to answer your questions. So those who have any questions are free to join during this span and ask their questions and get response for that. If in case there are no questions, of course I will wait here and see how exactly people are asking the questions. If there are no questions, we will just wind up with the show. And this is not just once every Saturday, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Indian Standard Time. We connect and answer your questions. So make sure that you make a note of this somewhere, that this is a schedule for you. If you have any questions, any doubts, any clarifications to be asked, just feel free and be a part of this live session and get answered with your question. And I think I have another quick update from ISTQB itself, that they have added a new certification to Agile, and they call it as Agile Test Leadership at Scale, okay, which is in beta right now in 2021. So they will be public very soon. That is like around 6 months from now, and this is completely about the Scale Agile certification. So now you can look forward to ISTQB as well to be Agile Scale, like safe model certified in order to pass your examination. Okay, we have a quick question coming in from Kumbelo. Kumbelo, what's the best way to become an expert in the test automation? Practice, Kumbelo. All you need to do is practice the automation tool as much as possible, work on it regularly. The more frequently you work with the tool, the more familiar you become with the tool, and more and more you work, you get stuck with it. And the troubleshooting is the most important part of automation. Automation is not about programming a washing machine and running it for an hour. Automation is about being more aware of how to troubleshoot any situations. For example, if I give you a control flow like an automation framework, kind of like keyword driven framework, which has around 150 lines of script, and when I run this, it gets stuck at some point, or it has a syntax error, or probably when it connects with external sources to import or export data, it does not do that operation, even if the script execution is successful or parsing is successful. So more being an automation tester, you need to know is how to debug this, how to resolve that issue where exactly it exists, where it is wrong in the control flow, where I'm declaring a variable, where I should be calling this particular file, and where I should be storing it during the runtime. So these kind of things are very important, and that will make you an expert of automation. So number one is be a best user of that particular software which you are using for automation, and second, be a good troubleshooter of the script, because car is not about just driving it. If you get stuck, you should know how to resolve certain basic things. I don't want to be a mechanic of the car, but what I'm saying, you when you're driving on a long drive, of course you may get stuck at places where you don't find a mechanic at all, right? So you should know basic troubleshooting of some of the things when you're driving. The same way here, automation is more than driving a test. You know how to troubleshoot the script and set up the environment, set up the complete framework and run it. So work on the frameworks, work on the practices, and definitely have good grip on that. That will help you to be a good, or I can say, expert of the automation. Okay, there's another person. I'm not sure what the name is. Official Bloodthirsty. Hello, I feel like the wording within the exam is something that will trip me up. Any tips? Um, of course, there is a glossary, there is a terminology which ISTQB follows, and they're very keen on their standard terms. And I think I have highlighted and I have used all the specific standard terms in my tutorials. That's the reason my tutorials will be completely reliable on the syllabus, because I don't want you to divert your attention, your learning, your observation to my generic words or my standard words. It has to be ISTQB specific. So I would recommend you to visit the special official syllabus, not special, sorry, official syllabus at least 1 or 2 times, which will give you the familiarity to the official standard words like test basis, test condition, test cases, or you talk about entry criteria, exit criteria. There are many such words like a review. Then you talk about review in terms of like what exactly it is, what is the difference between static testing and static analysis. So there are a lot of such words which they have made use of. So make sure that you have a very good understanding of these terminologies, and that can only happen by referring to the official syllabus or my tutorials. Because in my tutorial, I have covered all the important standard words which are covered in the syllabus. So it's just that the more you get familiar with the words, that will help you to pass the examination. Okay, I assume that you probably have been through the exam and something ruined you up there. So try to be more comfortable with the words by going through the syllabus again and again and see that you are comfortable. If in case you still have any queries, just drop me a comment and I would highlight some of the important terminologies from the section which you are stuck with so that you can concentrate on those terms. Okay, and even if you visit the official syllabus, okay, on the top of each chapter, wherever the chapter starts, the very first segment, they say important terms. So make sure that all those terms you should be aware of, and they must have defined these words in the chapter below. So that is what the best thing. This is what I'll be also doing. If you ask me the question on the comment, I'll highlight those words from each chapter, which is already there in the official syllabus. Terms. It will be mentioned as terms. So just go through all the terms and you will be comfortable with that. But make sure that you have been through all the terms from different chapters to remember them. Okay. All right. I hope I've answered your question as well. Okay, seems like there are no much more people joining in today. I'm not sure what exactly is the occasion and why don't we have people. Okay, just last thing from thank you. I have not taken the exam just yet. Most likely I will take next month. Just going through your videos. Sure, you're welcome. Please continue. That's good. But good that you know your weak points before writing the examination so that you don't lose any money and confidence. That's more important. Good that you have already got your weak points. Please work on it and you will be good to go. Okay, because they make use of their standard terminologies during the examination. So that will rip you apart if you don't have a good understanding of different standards or different terminologies used in the syllabus. All the very best to you. Okay, thank you for your tips. Agree 100%. I passed my 3 ISTQB first try with assistant of your tutorials. 3 ISTQB certifications. Congratulations, Kumbelo, and thank you so much for sharing your feedback. That's really so nice of you, and it helps not only me and many other people to understand that the content is useful to them, and it will be helpful in preparation for their examination. Okay, Prince, end-to-end testing and component-specific testing. Can you please highlight the important features of both? Okay, component testing is unit testing where you talk about individual feature of any application. If I have to talk about software, probably a username field or password field can be called as a component. If I talk about a hardware product, each component which is used in a motherboard, like each electronic unit which is connected to the motherboard of a computer is called as a component. So that simple it is. When you start with each and every single component of a particular system is what you call it as component testing. And then when it comes to the end-to-end testing, it is not the system testing. For your kind information, system testing is different from end-to-end testing. System testing is only specific to the software functional part of it, like functionality, whether the software is working as expected from the functional point of view. But when it comes to end-to-end testing, that is end to end of a product, like considering functional as well as non-functional, which covers all the requirements of a product. So that's what is end-to-end testing, be it unit, be it integration, be it system, be it performance, security, usability, portability, recoverability, localization, internationalization, no matter what it is, in end-to-end testing, you cover everything, all the prospects of a particular system or product. And that's what you call it as end-to-end testing. Most commonly, this term is used when you have embedded systems or system integration testing, which is like combination of software and hardware, like elevators, or you talk about calculators, which has a combination of software and hardware. Okay, automobiles, software and hardware. So sensors, and sensors and software and hardware combination. So then we do end-to-end testing before we release an automobile to the market. So that's where end-to-end testing is specific and different from component. Okay, we have another quick question from Deepak. I have qualified ISTQB Foundation last week. Thanks for your support and guidance. Thank you so much, Deepak, and congratulations on the success. I really feel very happy for you that you have passed your first milestone of foundation level certification, and look forward to have you for all other future aspects of testing and certification as well. So I would like to wish you all the very best for all your future endeavors. Do let me know if there's anything else I can help you with. Okay, so thank you so much, Deepak, for joining in and sharing your results with us, because it means a lot to many people when they see a lot of people coming in live and sharing their real experience and recommending this content to many other people. So thank you so much for that, because I cannot promote my own work, because obviously everyone loves their own work and they think that they're doing pretty well until unless somebody else says anything about it. So feedbacks and recommendations are very, very important for further recommendation to many other people across the globe. All right, yeah. Anyone else? Okay, apologies. Do you know where I can go to find a glossary? Uh, okay, that sounds a little worried for me right now, because I have seen some of the sources but not exactly sure where you can find the glossary. One thing is that if you're referring any of the books for the ISTQB Foundation, you may find the specific glossary where the terminologies are specially highlighted with the definition. If you go to the syllabus, only the terms are mentioned, but you have to find it yourself by reading through the syllabus, that where exactly it is specified and how it is used. Other than that, I'm not sure if any online sources provide you any glossary of testing, which I'm creating right now. That's the reason. So I have a new channel which is called as Technical Vocabulary, and I'm working on it to create an online glossary for testing. So if in case you are interested to follow that as well, you can make use of it, because I'm covering all the testing related glossary and terminologies to assist users to prepare well for their exam. So this is one of the links for my another channel, which is going to be online glossary center for all the definitions. So if you are interested, you can follow this channel, and we will be covering everything else. Or else you can also look for my book. My book has got all the glossary. If in case you are interested to go through a book to learn better, I recommend you my book, which has the glossary of all the important terms which are used in testing and in the certification. Okay, so I have a book on the ISTQB Foundation. Yes, yes, team. Anyone else is looking forward to get anything else resolved? Just drop me a question, and I'm here to respond to you and help you to prepare well for your examination and anything else related to testing. So, should you have anything, just feel free and let me know if you have any concerns to get resolved. Perfect. That's what I needed. Thanks. You're welcome. You're welcome. It's just that, some of the people, as I ask you all for feedback and recommendations, then some of the people say that, why don't you work on the tools? The language or the way you explain certain things are very, very easy to understand. So I started another channel to talk about only the testing tools and testing concepts other than the certification. Then somebody asked me, we want only the glossary, like for you, just the way you have asked me for. So I started working on glossary as well. So it's just that I have to invest 5 to 10 minutes every day to record a session and upload it. So I do that out of my free time to just help anyone else. So you will find a lot of good terminologies there. So this is going to be like online dictionary for all the testing and technical terms which anyone might be interested in, and very short videos, hardly 2 to 3 minutes of videos to just talk to the point, meaning, definition, and example. Three things I talk about each and every term, which generally people don't find online. So thought of creating that, and thank you so much. If you are happy with that, please go through the tutorials and see that. It's just 2 to 3 minutes, so you don't have to invest much time to quickly understand anything. It will be very helpful for interview preparation as well for many aspirants who are looking to look forward to be a tester as well. So that's the reason we had multiple objectives in order to create this channel. So it's just that I don't want to put everything in one channel, because people get diverted. They start thinking, because for example, you subscribed my channel for ISTQB Foundation, and right now I'm putting ISTQB Test Manager. So people wonder that, okay, he's uploading every day some video, but he's uploading advanced level, which I'm not interested in right now. So nobody gives a view to that, right? Nobody looks at that video because you are preparing for foundation. Tomorrow, if I start preparing Jira or I start preparing something on the load runner, then you wonder that, oh, this guy has stopped working on ISTQB certifications and he is now concentrating on the tools. So that's where, audience gets distracted. So I generally prefer to, go with a different platform so that only the interested people can be there, and those who are interested in certification can be here, and so on. So that's how the, story goes up with different learning objectives. Well, anyways, I've got the solution. Whatever you may need. Right now, I have three channels. Number one, which you are live on this channel. This is about all about certifications. You're not going to find anything beyond this. Okay, maybe in future when I'm done with all the tutorials, I will further help you on the sample questions rather than getting into something else. Testing in nutshell is my second channel, talking about only the software testing concepts, the theoretical as well as the tool specific learning. So far we have covered concepts about basic testing, that is manual testing concepts, agile methodology, Jira fundamentals, and Jira administrators. Then we will get into as well. You have already ALM tutorials as well, and then we will get into different tools like Selenium, load runner, and test complete, many other tools, be it anything. So all these tutorials will be coming up on that channel. And the third channel is technical vocabulary, which is only about glossaries. So all the terms related to testing and technical aspects of the development model, you will be covering, we will be covering there on that channel. So that only the person who are interested in learning definitions or quickly want all the definitions, then you can find that at one place. Okay, so that's the plan. And of course, need your support because I've recently started that channel and we hardly have few subscribers on both the channels. So would love your support and recommendation for those as well, which you have shown here on this channel. So thank you so much for being there and assisting me every time when I have created something new in order to assist you. And still, no matter if you have any suggestions, any feedback, feel free to drop your comments and feedbacks to help us. And definitely we will get back to you. Yes, team. Anyone else looking for any more questions? Okay. Neera sir, thank you for all your efforts. I learned a lot of things from your tutorial like ALM, Agile methodology, and Jira, which helps me in my job as well. Thank you so much, Prince. This is all for you and people like you who are looking forward to have some good learnings from a single point of contact. That's the reason I try to be as responsive to your feedbacks and suggestions as possible. Because, of course, people, when they get used to a particular instructor and a particular teacher, they prefer to learn different things from them. And that's the reason even I thought if I can dedicate some extra time, probably every day, like 5 to 10 minutes of my time, then I can definitely be helpful to many other people like you. So that's where, this is what I was, in fact, waiting to hear from anyone. And you have fulfilled that as well. That yes, it was helpful to, the aspirants to explore more about the testing tools. And you don't really have to, practically get involved. But of course, if you have side by side a job where you work with certain tools like that and have some good information about this, then definitely it will be very helpful in order to be more responsive and more proficient with working on these kind of tools. So thank you so much for your feedback and your suggestion here, Prince. I definitely will love forward to work on these kind of things and add more value to that channel. Yes, team. If there's anything else, just feel free to let me know. Drop your question, and I'm here to respond to your queries. And would definitely love to assist you in any of the concepts which you might be interested in order to ask your questions and get responses to that. Okay, that's a really different question. What do you do now through the COVID? I think things have not completely impacted me because my job is more of a consultant job, and of course there are organizations who are still working in the countries where pandemic was not so impactful. So I was working with different countries during this time, and that was obviously a slightly, it has hit me slightly but not completely. So I was, believe me or not, the first day it entered the country, there was a lockdown, but in fact, I set up my own place here, and I started working from home. And to be frank, till date, I'm engaged with a lot of activities. So probably for me, it was not a lockdown. It's just that I got no travels. That's it. Otherwise, everything was going good so far. So, yeah, everything is going good for me. So, my job is still going good. And thank you so much for that, like asking about it. So I basically consult to a lot of organizations in order to help and improve their process and assist them in rolling out a new tool into the organization. So that's my job. And of course, out of so many millions of organizations, you can at least find few companies who are looking forward to have you to assist them to do some of their progress work. So yeah. Yes, anyone else, any one of my friends is looking forward to have any other questions, you're free to ask me anything. So there is no restrictions, there is no agenda for this. As far as we are associated to some valid questions, I would love to answer them. So just make sure that if you have got any questions, any queries with you, just feel free to drop them here, and I would definitely pick that up and respond to your queries. Okay, so seems like there are no questions and we are all settled and all resolved. So I would like to call off the session here, and I would like to thank each and every one as usual. Thank you for being a part of this live session and asking your questions and contributing to this live session in order to make it a success one. So of course it cannot be complete without all of you. Until unless you come to this particular session and ask your questions, this live session cannot be complete. So thank you one and all for joining in and asking your questions and adding value to this particular live session and this initiative. So I would love to continue again next week, Saturday, 8 p.m. Indian Standard Time. Please mark it in your calendar and save the date and time so that you are aware that you will be having someone to answer your questions every Saturday on this channel. So that's all from this particular episode of the live session team. Should you have anything else, feel free to comment below. I'm always there to address your queries and answer them well. Till then, keep learning, keep exploring, keep understanding the context. Thanks for watching this live session team, and happy learning. See you again next weekend team. Take care and bye-bye.